Okay, so I guess pretty much every other YouTuber does this. They just have videos where they yap for an hour about nothing. So if they can do it, I can do it. I'll probably record some gameplay to have in the background. Not that anybody's gonna watch that. In fact, not that anybody's gonna watch this anyways. I mean, it's just me talking for an hour, or so. I don't know, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, I don't know. However long it takes me to play a few games of Warface or something, or some GTA. But yeah, so there's no, my console fan just turned on. I guess that's something to talk about. I was about to say, I don't even know what to talk about. Well now I do. My console fan makes noise. You can probably hear that. I'm getting close. Makes that noise all the time. Because, I guess different consoles have, different fans for some reason. I'm not sure why, but they do. There's a good fan, and then there's consoles with a terrible fan, and I got the one with a really bad fan. So there's that. I don't know if it's the bearing or it's scraping against the casing or what, or the housing or something or what, but the fan makes noise. And I'm pretty sure a replacement fan costs like $50, which I could honestly, I could just buy a new fan. I have a friend who could replace it. But I'd rather not. I don't want to spend any more money on my console. I got this thing on a discount for like a couple years ago. Actually, it was about last year. Yeah, it was last year in July. I got this thing at a discount for like $375. This was before they raised the price on it. I went to Walmart. They were having a sale for like something percent off on all PS5s, and I got a slim digital edition. So no disc drive or anything. No disc drive or anything, so that was already like full price on that would have been $450, because this was, like I said, this was before the price hike. So it would have been $450, and but I got it on some huge sale for $375, and I just never got around to getting a disc drive. I don't really need it because the only discs I have are for PS4. So if I wanted to play PS4 games, I have a PS4 with a disc drive. So like if I wanted to play them, I could just hook up my PlayStation 4. But I lied. I do have one Xbox game, but I almost never use my Xbox because it's old. It's a Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Special Edition from like 2014. It's so old. It's an Xbox One, like not even One S or One X or whatever. It's straight up just Xbox One. Is how old that thing is. I mean, it works. I use it to play Black Ops 2 sometimes, and the game disc I have for it is Elden Ring, in which it barely runs that. But I almost never use my Xbox. Like I said, I only really use it to play Black Ops 2, because the new Call of Duties are terrible. Like, for real, the newer Call of Duties are complete dog. Like, they suck. They haven't really been good since Ghosts. I know there's going to be somebody in the comments that says Ghosts was good, and I agree with you with the benefit of comparing Ghosts to modern Call of Duties. When it came out, Ghosts was like the beginning of the end for Call of Duty. Cause think about it, everyone. So Ghosts has some stuff that people didn't like in it, and then every Call of Duty since then was just even worse. And they started adding SBMM to it, and then I don't know. That's gonna start like like, assuming people see this and people watch this, if it's gonna start a war in the comments about SBMM, oh, just get good, you're just mad because you got dominated in a game, you suck. And I will admit that is true. I suck at Call of Duty because I haven't played it since Black Ops 2 and Ghosts. Like, alright, so and before anybody complains about me yapping, that's the whole point of this video. This is Yap Fest. In fact, I named on Share Factory, I named the project Yap Chronicles. That was Voice Crack Central, by the way. But yeah, on Share Factory, I named the project Yap Chronicles. So I don't want to hear anybody talking about yap. That's the whole point of the video. This is me talking about random stuff for an hour. What was I saying? I don't have a script or anything. This is just me talking off the top of my head. Right. So my friends bullied me into getting Black Ops 6. And in fact, they got me to pre-order the Vault Edition because they were talking about how it's going to be the best Call of Duty ever. It's going to be awesome. Blah, blah, blah. The last Call of Duty I played was Ghosts. The last good Call of Duty I played was Black Ops 2. I hadn't played a single Call of Duty since then. So I was not ready for the Omni movement, and because I tried to play it like old Call of Duty, or like Warface, which, I don't know what game I'm gonna have on screen right now, probably Warface. Warface kinda looks like old Call of Duty, has the same style of movement. But with sliding, I guess you can't slide in Black Ops 2, you can slide in Warface, but anyway, so I'm pretty good at that style stuff. I was not prepared for people to be like jumping through windows like Max Payne or anything, so I immediately sucked at it. But the argument for SBMM is there. Like it's very inconsistent with its damage and with its matchmaking. Like I could drop like 20 kills in a game, and then, which is unheard of for me on Black Ops 6 because I was complete garbage. But like I'll drop like 20 kills and 15 deaths, and then it'll put me up against the hackers, and like the next match will be against hackers and like FaZe Clan, or TSM, or whatever the streamer houses are nowadays. The freaking esports people. It'll put me up against like esports people and hackers and Cronus users. For being like good in a single game in like one match. And so yeah, the SBM and the skill-based matchmaking was too much, and the game itself felt unfinished. The campaign was like 2 hours of meh. But yeah, my friends bullied me into playing Black Ops 6 when it came out, and it sucked. So I haven't touched Call of Duty since then. I don't even remember how that topic got up. I was just talking. I honestly don't know what else to talk about. Talk about my day, I guess. I went to work and took something apart, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I took apart a broken blower casing. I work at a car wash, and we had a blower, like one of the things that blows air to dry your car off. We had one that it's been broken for a while, and we have an audit, like actually tomorrow, an audit, and they wanted it out of where we had it. We had it just like kind of in a side room with all of our like chemical barrels and whatnot, just kind of sitting there, and they told me to go put it somewhere else, like put it in the garage outside. And I went in there, and they had it wedged between the wall and the steps and the blower control panel, like straight up just on there. I don't even know how they got it there to begin with, but I could not lift it out of there because I mean it's a giant hunk of metal and plastic. It's heavy and it's big, and it was in an awkward spot. I just so what I did was I ended up taking it apart, um, which this is the one thing on Earth that uses 11 millimeter bolts. I've never seen 11 millimeter bolts on anything. It's always 10 millimeter or 8 millimeter for stuff. No, these were 11 millimeter, and also that's the only time that you actually can find your 10 millimeter sockets. I found 5 of them, 5 10 millimeter sockets in one spot, and of course when we need our 10 millimeter sockets, they're gone. Like, that's not even, like, I know that's a running joke in any kind of thing where you need sockets, like automotive and whatnot, that you always lose your 10 millimeter sockets when you need them. That's not a joke. That happens. It's like Lego pieces. When you need that 10 millimeter socket, it's gone, never to be seen again. Um, but of course, when you need an 11 millimeter socket because you found the one thing on the planet that uses 11 millimeter bolts, of course you find nothing but 10 millimeter sockets. That's just how it goes. It's not even a joke. That's just how it goes. But so I ended up taking that thing apart, and then my coworker Davian took it out and he threw it away in the dumpster, which they told me specifically not to do. They said put it in the garage. They said do not throw it away, all caps. And so I was like, Davian, you fool, you threw it away. And then I had to go in and fish that. Granted, it was in 2 pieces now. I had the black skate and all the metal pieces by themselves, which was probably 20 pounds. So it was a lot lighter than the whole thing put together. 20-30 pounds. And then I managed to get that out. I had to go get a crowbar and slide it in, like use it as a hook to get that thing out of there, and I about fell off the step stool I was using because it was in a dumpster. But he managed to throw the plastic piece, which is also heavy for a piece of plastic. It's pretty heavy. It's big. He managed to hurl that thing all the way to the other side of the dumpster. And so I couldn't get it. I found a really long fiberglass handle in somewhere in the wash that we weren't using for anything, like a 10-foot handle. That I tried to get in there and use it as like a pry bar, like get some leverage on it, and it just snapped in two. So I'm gonna end up with going up there with my dad tomorrow, which sucks because I moved out of my parents' house, which means I should preface this by saying my dad runs a tree care business, and so he's got like a 12-foot pole with a hook on it, specifically for getting stuff out of weird spots, like tree branches unstuck from trees and stuff like that. And so I was gonna have him come up here, which leads me to say that's kind of a logistics nightmare because I moved out and moved from like the kind of town that I lived in into the big city that's in the area. So he has to drive like 20 minutes to get to my house, or well, not my house, but like my work, which is pretty much 10 minutes away from my house. But like I live within walking distance. In fact, I walked there today, or walked back from there today. But so yeah, he's gonna come up tomorrow with his 10-foot pole with a hook on it, and we're gonna get that thing out of there. And tomorrow's my day off too, so like I'm just showing up, getting that thing out of there, and getting out. Like I'm not even gonna clock in. It's gonna take us like 5 minutes. And just show up, get the thing out of the dumpster, put it in the garage, get out of there, and go do something for the rest of the day. Play video games. Maybe go eat something since we'll be together. Go eat something. But go to Red Robin or something, get a burger, get some wings. But yeah, oh, and then I had a huge nosebleed, and so when I get nosebleeds, they're bad nosebleeds, right? And I was also busy trying to take that thing apart, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to just stand over a trash can and let it bleed, stand over the sink and let it bleed. So I ended up sticking a tampon in my nose, and then my coworkers were all looking at me weird because they saw me do it. And I'm like, what, you guys never seen somebody take care of a nosebleed before? And because in hindsight, yeah, I guess that's weird considering what you do with tampons, but like it's the same thing just in a different place. You feel me? Um, and if it works, it works. Like I said, I didn't have time to just stand there and let it bleed. Plus, that would have made the bathroom look like a crime scene, and the bathroom sink has at my work has zero water pressure. Like I'm talking, it just kind of drips out of the sink. It doesn't come shooting out. It just kind of drips out of the faucet. It doesn't flow at all. So it would have looked like a Tarantino movie in the sink. So I just stuck a tampon in my nose and called it good and went back to what I was doing. Um, and then I got home. I tried to on that blower. How they work is, it's a giant turbofan. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's got an impeller that spins, but it has what's called a blast gate. For anybody who doesn't know anything about mechanical stuff, it's basically a thing that blocks stuff from getting in there when it's not activated. Um, it allows air to get in. It's a thing that goes over the intake port for the blower itself. That it goes over there and it shuts closed, so stuff doesn't get inside it when you don't want stuff getting inside of it. Like so when they're not on, that thing's shut, and that works off air pressure. There's an air cylinder that we have a motor control panel that has like air solenoids and whatnot that sends air everywhere, and that's how the entire wash is controlled. Uh, but anyway, so the air cylinder on that thing, I was inspecting it while I was trying to take it apart, and I realized, man, the air cylinder. Oh, and when I say this thing broke, it was broken. Like I wasn't there when it happened, but I saw the video. That thing exploded. Like like they were turning it on to clean the blowers, and thankfully nobody was there when it went off. But like nobody was in like near it when it happened. But I saw the video, and it was violent. It went and threw itself apart. I guess my guess would be there was a crack somewhere in the impeller, because the impeller is like a monolithic piece. It is one giant piece of steel that spins at Mach Jesus, right? Um, I would guess there was either an imbalance or a crack somewhere that spread under that amount of centrifugal force. Like if you've ever seen the videos of people putting records on something that spins really fast and it just explodes. I'm assuming that's what happened. But but anyway, so I noticed that while the rest of it was completely destroyed, that air cylinder that controls the blast gate was in actually pretty good condition. So I worked on taking that thing off and getting it cleaned up. But I was trying to get it clean, but there was a piece that I needed to get off. In order to get that piece off, there was another piece that I needed to get off, and that thing would not budge. I put half a can of WD-40 on it, and it wouldn't move. I had that, and I had it in a vise, like a mounted vise at a workbench, with two wrenches going opposite directions, just like just all my strength trying to get that, and it wouldn't budge. I almost broke the wrench doing it. So there was that, and then I went home, recorded a bunch of video game footage, and now I'm yapping for a video, and that's about how my day went. Actually, we're at about 20 minutes right now. I'm looking at it, 19 minutes, 10 seconds. We don't necessarily need to yap for an hour. I could probably save the rest of this footage for another video. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Nobody's going to watch an hour of talking anyways, because I'm sure none of this is interesting. Yeah, I'll probably just stop the video here and save the rest of this footage for another video. I had some pre-recorded footage. I just wasn't sure which stuff I was gonna use. I'm probably going to use Warface and Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know, maybe next video, maybe I'll go drive around the map on GTA for a little bit, or do a Cayo Perico or something and record that for next video. But yeah, I guess I'll see you, and this is probably going to be a series, because like I said, if everybody else on YouTube does it, then why not me? You know, follow the sheep. Be a follower, not a leader. Alright, see you guys.